I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Good morning, and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am Manny's Man, your host, and I'm so delighted to be with you one more day for In 10 at 10. That's sporting news in 10 minutes at 10 a.m. every weekday morning. Let's begin this morning by speaking about the former William Knibb footballer Christojaye Daley. Christojaye Daley, former William Knibb Memorial High School player who recently plied his trade for Harborview in the JPL, but his parent club is Holland FC out of Trelawney, is presently overseas trying to negotiate working on settling there in a club. The details concerning that is very sketchy, but it is something that is being managed and handled by his parent club, Holland FC. It is reports are suggesting that it is not in the hands of Harborview because they don't have the right or the rights to the player. The player is still owned by Holland FC, that team out there in Trelawney. That's Christojaye Daley, who had an excellent season in the JPL last year, representing Harborview. Also in the JPL, other news is that Ricky Hill, as you know, his name was one of the names that surfaced as a replacement for coach Theodore Whitmore. Information getting to I Am Sure Sports is that Ricky Hill has now taken over as coach at MBU. That's Mobay United, the newly promoted Mobay United to the JPL. Mobay United, as you know, they have filled the 12th spot vacated by the University of the West Indies team that did not participate in the JPL last season. And so the man at the helm there now is Ricky Hill. We all know that Mr. Arville Powell, the owner there at Mobay United, always had a thing for coaches from overseas. And Ricky Hill, he's here. He gets to prove his work and his mettle against some of the top coaches in Jamaica when he will be leading his charges, Mobay United, in the JPL that is scheduled to begin on the 16th of January, and that is scheduled to be this Sunday. Yes, this Sunday, the JPL is supposed to be kicking off, and we'll be having a big interview on our channel on Thursday evening, speaking about the JPL with two persons who are integral in the whole move with the JPL. Also, just wanted to know that the game today between Ireland and the West Indies at Sabina Park, the second one day, it has been put off because of positive COVID test. Yes, positive COVID test among players. We don't have specific name and we don't know the specific of which team in particular has been affected by this. But the game had to be put off until further notice. We will give you more information as we get that. But just to know, just for you to know that there will be no one day international today between the West Indies and Ireland. West Indies lead the 3-match series by 1, having won the first game with a good performance by Shamar Brooks and captain Kieran Pollard. Also making the news on a sad note is that former Trinidad and Tobago Olympian Deon Lendore died in a car crash. He's 29 years old and he died in a car crash in Texas last night. That's Monday night. Yes, he's a 3-time Olympian and he also has a world championship bronze medal. He participated on the Trinidad and Tobago 4x4 teams that won won a bronze medal in the London Olympic, right? In the London Olympic, and he was a 2015 World Championship silver medalist in the 4x4 for Trinidad and Tobago. Must be a very difficult time for the family. Young man, fairly young man. I suspect that this year he would have participated in the World Championship that are scheduled to take place in Oregon in the United States in the summer of this year. So our condolences to his family and the entire Trinidad and Tobago. I hope this will serve as an inspiration for the other Olympians, and athletes who will be competing at the World Championships this year, representing Trinidad and Tobago, who are normally a formidable 4x400 meters team. And so that's the passing of Deon Lendore, former Trinidad and Tobago 4x4 relay participant. Also in college football, the NCAA football championship was last night, Monday night, and the Georgia Bulldogs went up against the Alabama Crimson Tide. And all the way in the third quarter, it was a evenly contested game. The score was 9-6. Not a lot of touchdowns all the way into the third quarter, but uh, Georgia Bulldog ended up winning by 33-18, defeating the Alabama Crimson Tide. I mean, the young quarterback, young in Alabama, he had no opportunities really. He was swarmed by the Bulldog consistently, many sacks, many knockdowns, and just never got into his game. There was no defensive protection, and the Georgia Bulldogs deservedly they won the NCAA championship game last night, defeating the Alabama Crimson Tide. As you know, I was rooting for the Georgia Bulldogs. They are close to my friends out there in Jacksonville. Yes, in Jacksonville. And they are great. They're big, big Bulldog fans. So congratulations to the Georgia Bulldog on winning the NCAA championship. That's a football championship last night, defeating the Alabama Crimson Tide. I am Manning's Man, and you have just seen another episode of In 10 at 10, and I am sure sports. So please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also please ensure that you share the content so others can know of the work that we are doing here at I Am Sure Sports. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and we will see you later today when we interview Andrew Eldamap Bailey. Have a great day.